Don't forget to like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, and hit the subscribe button to stay updated with our latest stories. If anyone had told me that morning that my life was about to change, I would have laughed. I was just another job seeker, dressed in my best outfit, clutching my neatly arranged CV, hoping for a chance. PrimeTech Innovations was one of the biggest companies in the city, and I was determined to make a good impression. I arrived early and took a seat in the waiting area. A man named Ethan was sitting beside me, looking just as nervous as I felt. We exchanged polite smiles, but didn't say much. A few minutes later, the HR manager, Amanda, walked in. She was tall, well-dressed, and had an air of authority that made me sit up straighter. "Good morning, everyone," she said briskly. "We will begin the interview shortly. Please be patient." Just as she finished speaking, the door opened, and a man in a wheelchair entered. He looked calm and confident, but the moment Amanda saw him, she burst into laughter. "Oh my God! Are you here for the interview too?" she asked, barely containing her amusement. The man nodded. "Yes, I am." Amanda scoffed. "You can't be serious. How exactly do you plan to work here? We don't hire disabled people." I felt my stomach twist in disgust. Ethan and I exchanged uneasy glances. The man, however, remained composed. "I am not disabled," he said calmly. "I am a person with special needs." Amanda rolled her eyes. "Oh, so you're just packaging the problem and giving it a fancy name? Let's be real, you can't do this job." That was it. I couldn't stay silent. "Ma'am, please, that's not fair," I said, my voice firm. "You don't even know what he's capable of." Amanda turned to me, her eyes flashing. "Excuse me? Are you questioning me?" "I'm just saying that everyone deserves a chance," I replied. She glared at me. "If you want to keep your chances of getting this job, you better keep quiet." I didn't regret speaking up. I knew I had done the right thing. But when it was my turn for the interview, Amanda made sure I paid for it. "You're qualified," she admitted, flipping through my CV. "But I don't think you'd be a good fit. You see, we need employees who respect authority." I refused to let her get to me. "Respect and blind obedience are not the same thing," I said. "And I still stand by what I said. People with special needs deserve respect just like everyone else." She smirked. "Well, let's see how far that attitude gets you in the real world. You won't be getting this job or any other if I have anything to do with it." I left the room disappointed, but not defeated. I had no idea that in just a few minutes, everything was about to change. As I stepped out of the interview room, my heart was pounding. I knew Amanda had already made up her mind not to hire me, but I had no regrets. I believed I had done the right thing. Ethan was still in the waiting area when I returned. He gave me a sympathetic look. "How did it go?" he asked. I let out a small laugh. "Exactly how you'd expect after what happened in there. She basically told me I'd never get a job because I spoke up." Ethan sighed, shaking his head. "That's unfair." Before I could respond, the man in the wheelchair, who Amanda had insulted, was called in for his interview. I could hear Amanda's voice through the thin walls, still full of mockery and disrespect. "What a liar!" she scoffed. "You really expect me to believe you're qualified? You probably faked your CV. That was when everything changed." The office door swung open, and a man I hadn't seen before walked in. He looked authoritative, dressed in a sharp navy blue suit. Amanda's expression shifted instantly, from arrogance to panic. "Sir," she stammered, "you're back earlier than expected." The man, who I soon learned was the general manager, barely acknowledged her. Instead, he turned to the man in the wheelchair with a respectful nod. "Mr. Lawson, I was informed that you were in the building. I went to your office, but when I didn't find you there, I came to check here instead." My jaw nearly dropped. "Mr. Lawson?" Amanda looked like she had seen a ghost. Wait. You're saying he's—" The GM gave her a sharp look. "Yes, Amanda. This is Mr. Adam Lawson, the CEO of PrimeTech Innovations." The room fell into absolute silence. I watched as Amanda's face turned pale. She stumbled back, her hands shaking. Sir, I. I didn't know. I swear, I didn't know it was you, she stuttered. Adam Lawson remained calm, his face unreadable. So, if I wasn't the CEO, that would justify your actions? He asked coldly. You judged me based on my appearance, dismissed me without even reviewing my qualifications, and insulted me repeatedly. If I had been just another job seeker, would you have treated me any differently? Amanda dropped to her knees, tears brimming in her eyes. Sir, please. I made a mistake. I didn't mean to. Adam held up a hand, silencing her. We don't need people like you in this company. Effective immediately, you're fired. Amanda sobbed, begging for another chance. But it was clear her time was up. Then, Adam turned to me. Maria, I saw how you stood up for me. You defended a stranger, even when it could have cost you your opportunity. That's the kind of person we need leading our HR department. I blinked, unable to believe what I was hearing. From this moment, he continued, you are now the HR manager of PrimeTech Innovations. I could barely speak. Sir, he smiled. You earned it. And just like that, my life changed forever. I stood frozen in place, my heart racing. Did I hear him correctly? Sir, I don't know what to say, I stammered, still in shock. Adam Lawson smiled warmly. Say yes, Maria. You deserve this. Ethan, who had been standing nearby, grinned. Maria, this is incredible. Congratulations. Amanda, still kneeling on the floor, looked up at Adam with desperation in her eyes. Sir, please. I have worked here for years. I made a mistake, but I can change. I'll do better. Adam sighed, his expression unreadable. Amanda, this isn't just about one mistake. It's about your character, the way you treat people when you think no one is watching. You disrespected me, yes, but more importantly, you disrespected a job applicant who did nothing wrong. How many other people have you mistreated over the years? Amanda remained silent, fresh tears rolling down her face. Adam turned back to me. Maria, let's go to my office. We have a lot to discuss about your new role. I nodded, still feeling like I was in a dream. Ethan gave me a thumbs up as I followed Adam down the hallway, leaving Amanda behind. Adam's office was grand but simple, floor-to-ceiling windows, a dark wooden desk, and bookshelves filled with awards and company files. He gestured for me to take a seat. Maria, I want you to know that I didn't choose you just because you stood up for me. I reviewed your CV before coming here, and your qualifications are outstanding. You were the best candidate even before today happened. I exhaled, feeling a weight lift off my chest. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate this opportunity. He chuckled. Call me Adam, and you don't need to thank me. You earned this position by being exactly the kind of person this company needs. I smiled, finally letting the reality sink in. This was happening. I was the new HR manager. Adam leaned forward. Your first task will be to review all hiring policies. I don't want another Amanda situation happening again. No discrimination. We hire based on skill, not appearances or personal bias. I nodded eagerly. Absolutely, Adam. I'll make sure of that. He extended his hand. Welcome to the team, Maria. I shook his hand firmly. Thank you. I won't let you down. As I walked out of his office, I saw Amanda packing up her things, her eyes red and puffy. She looked up at me, but I couldn't tell if it was anger or regret in her gaze. For a moment, I considered saying something to her, but I decided against it. She had made her choices, and now she had to live with them. As I stepped into my new office, I took a deep breath. This was my fresh start, and I was ready for it.